I'm Fuddled Fox FM and this is Bitesized FM, Football Manager in under 10 minutes. So we're on to a new season, Season 3. We're back in Europe this season. We're going to have to qualify. I thought we would go in to the group stages of the Europa League, but we've actually got to take part in the qualifying round, the final qualifying round. We don't know who we're playing yet. Could be a team from Iceland or a team from, I think, Slovakia, but that'll have to wait for the next episode. Media prediction is we're going to finish third in the table. That's where we finished last season. Could we sneak into second? It'd be good if we could. That would get us into Champions League qualifying. It'd be amazing if we could split Basel and last season's champions, Young Boys. You can see again it's going to be difficult. There's only 3 players there that aren't Basel players in the Media Dream 11, and none of them play for us. So what have we done in the transfer market then? The answer is we've spent very little, 53k. Biggest problem I've had is I've got 3.5 million spend on players, but players around that budget, and there's a lot of decent players from the Premier League who I could get in. But the trouble is they're on 20 grand a week and I just can't pay that sort of money in wages. So I've kind of held on to the money, tried to improve the squad, which I definitely think I have done. Very few players left, few players released on freeze. And Van Ins, our backup goalkeeper last season, first choice in the first season, has retired. Alan Roche has retired as well, first choice left back in the first season, last season just a backup. And Kokeli has retired as well. Again, he was first choice ball winner midfielder, but didn't really play last season. So in terms of ins, so he was the only player we spent any money on, and he's a backup goalkeeper, so go and figure that one out. But this Thomas Castella has come in from Lausanne Sports. He looks okay. He's Swiss, which helps with our homegrown quota as well, and he's a decent backup, and he only costs 26,500 as well. We bought one player in on loan. It's Emmanuel Adjei Sowa. It's coming from Anderlecht, 20-year-old Ghanaian, already got 8 caps for his national side. Really quick right back, play left back actually as well, and right wing back. I like his teamwork at 15 and his decent work rate at 14 as well, and he's okay technically, quite a bit of improving he could do in some aspects of his game, but his tackling's okay and his crossing and his dribbling and his first touch is very good. We brought in Luca Marone at the end of his contract from Juventus, 28-year-old Italian. Played a lot of times for their under-21s, but never for the full team, and you can see why, but he's decent for us. Mentally, yeah, pretty good actually, good teamwork, decent work rate, few decent sort of mid-teen there, plenty of orange anyway. So he can play centre midfield, defensive midfield, or centre back, or naturally as well, so he gives us a lot of options. Bit of a utility man, so he's handy in the squad, especially with Europe this season. Can have a few extra games if we get to the group stage. Brought in Florentine Pogba, the brother of Paul Pogba from Saint Etienne, 27, Guinean international, 25 caps, can play centre back or left back, which is handy. Left footer, looks a really decent player actually, good heading. Marking and tackling isn't quite the best. Let's put him on full back though, where most likely he's going to play. Decent crosser of the ball, physically absolute beast, strong, pretty quick, good stamina as well. Good mentally, really determined, good work rate. And we managed to get in a striker, which is what I wanted to do this season. We've got in German Rowan Hennings, came in at the end of his contract from Burnley, and he looks okay. He's going to be competing with Duamena up front. Very good mentally, good work rate, good bravery, good aggression and determination. Some other good orange attributes there as well. Finishing's okay at 14 as well. And physically, he's okay. Advanced forward or defensive forward or deep line forward actually, so he gives us some good options. He can play a few different roles, left footed, which is always handy, and yeah, looks like he could get a few goals in this level. So the first game of the season is a repeat of the cup final from the last episode as we take on Saint Gallen at home at the Lexigrund Stadium, looking for revenge from losing that cup final. The day's team is Rakowski in goal, then we got Sauer playing as right back, Gulan and Hubac are the 2 centre backs, with Pogba playing as left back on his debut. Mandragora, who I forgot to mention in the transfers, has come back in on loan. We've actually got him for 2 seasons now from Juventus, still paying no wages or any fee. Jasula's the advanced playmaker with Boy as a centre midfield on attack. Rodriguez plays on the right wing, Sinnenkert on the left wing, and Duhamel up front. Spreads out wide to Rodriguez, gets past his man. 2 players on him now. Can he get a cross in? He does. Looking for Boy, puts it straight at the keeper. That's a promising start 30 seconds into the game. Ubac just hits it long, looking for Kurt, can't win it. Boy gets the second ball. Looking for Duhamel, who's found some space. Now can he use his pace and get in? Goes for the shot. It's tipped round by Loper. Don't think it was ever going in, to be honest. Out for Hefty, who's got loads and loads of space, not being closed down at all by Kurt there. Alsic, Martinelli, Whitwer, Brees, got a man unmarked. If he can get the cross in, he can. Aratori makes it 1-0 with half an hour on the clock. Markings seem to all go to pot there. Good passing move by Saint Gallen. Our centre backs, where everybody had been dragged over to the ball. There are 2 players unmarked there. To tap home. Pogba with the throw. On Jasula now, can he get a cross in? He can't, can Pogba? Does Hennings. Deflected away. Jasula is bouncing around. Jasula's got it again. Can't find the pass now, and now here comes Saint Gallen. Brees getting onto this pass. Bringing it forwards. Getting men in support. He gets past his man. Cross coming in. Aratore. Mandragora just hacks that one away. Loper hits it long. We win this. Ubac drives it forward. Now Kone's on it with his pace. Now can he get a good ball in? Oh, that's completely wasted. Why is he shooting there? Got a cross in the final minutes of the game. That was a pretty disappointing and dull way to start the season. There's only 4 shots on target in the whole game. Both teams did manage 13 shots, but completely wasteful. So many shots going over the bar, and not the ideal start to the season for us. If you've enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more.